Hey guys, what's up? It is Deadbeatsgaming here. I know it has been a long time, but I'm trying to get back into recording again, and hopefully I can stick with it, because I'm going to be recording today something I've been doing for a while, which I haven't been recording. I've become a moderator on a Tekkit server. I will put the link in below of the IP of it. It's a really good server. It's starting to take over quite a lot. It's got like 250 slots now. It's growing big, so if you want to check that out, then go ahead. But as you probably come here for the title, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a quantum farm. But as you know, something big as quantum farm needs little things. So to make quantum, the key element is quantum iridium plates, yeah. But another main part is the nano armor. You must make the nano armor before you make the quantum armor. So over here, I'm going to show you how to make the nano armor. This is a little farm I've made. It's quite big here. It takes up quite a lot of room, but you can narrow it down very easily. I mean, or there's a bit of overflow, only a little bit. There's a bit of overflow, but you can narrow it down. These things you can stack them up, and if you're building in a cave, you can build it in the walls. It'll all fit really nicely. So we'll start over here. This is the basics. This is my power supply. I have high voltage solar panels here. I sell high voltage solar arrays. They are linked into my MFSUs, which are nicely charged, yeah, and they bring out. And this is a key element. Everything in my circuit which uses this, draws power, which I need these for, is all a low voltage. It's all low voltage. So first of all, this is high voltage when it comes out the solar panels. Anything out the solar panels, or I think anything generated, is generally high. So what you need to do is you need to place, well, especially with the high ones, I think it's just generally the high ones, the high voltage solar arrays, they make the high voltage. So then you need a medium transformer, which goes then to a low transformer. So a low voltage transformer. So this is all powering the machines. So we'll start over here from the beginning now. Don't worry about them two chests, they're just there so I can access my inventory easier. So here we have some Mark III collectors linked up to some condensers. They are making coal, both of them are. There's a chicken having a little dance there, but unfortunately he's not part of the actual design. But yeah, so it's making coal. So to reduce the overflow, I'm using dynamic pipes, as many admins on servers do not like overflow. Overflow means lag. Lag is bad. Admins hate it. So here I'm using a thing called a filter and dynamic pipes. They are in red power. So what you also need here is you need red alloy wire. So you drag this across here, and you place a timer here. About 1 second, but if your admin's complaining about lag, you can delay it to whatever you want. So what filter's a bit confusing. Basically what a filter does is it sucks up one item here and it holds it until it gets a pulse of energy, this one tick. It shoots across the pulse, it's a bit too far there. The pulse shoots across and it gives it that spark of energy, that pulse of energy to release the coal into this tube. This tube then takes it to the macerator. Now the great thing about this tube is that the tube will not receive items from the filter. Even if it pulses, it will not receive items unless it has something to hook up to, and the item it's hooked up to has space to hold it. So if this you can't deal with that. That'll be there unless you use Buildcraft, but I recommend not using Buildcraft. So with the coal, it will keep going there. If I stop this and it got to 64 there, coal will not come out of here anymore. It will keep ticking and just no coal will come out. So that is they're very nice. So moving on to here now, I'm using rotary macerators as they are quicker, and I've ramped it up to 7,500 RPM. A little tip, most admins don't even like this as well, is that normally for the RPM to go up you need an item in there, but if you put a lever or something creating a current, such as a lever which I'm using here, it will always create a constant current which will keep this thing up. If nothing goes in here, it will still stay at 7,000. It will still stay at 7,500 RPM. So this is now being made. Oh, just to take keynote, it does matter on these IC machines, because red power's a bit bonk. With these machines, it does really matter on the location. These dynamic pipes must be going in the top, and the filters must be on one of the sides. So take key notice in these when I'm going across the machines. So here we got the coal dust coming out, which is macerated, and it's coming out through this filter, which is receiving another pulse of energy, another tick from that. This is also at 1. You can make them higher or faster, it's totally up to you. So to decrease overflow and the maximum effectiveness of my machine, I've attached it to a crystal chest. Another thing which also creates lag on servers, crystal chests. If your admin is complaining about crystal chests and it says don't use that, it's creating too much lag, you can use a diamond chest, which is slightly smaller, or you can also use a chemical chest, which is exactly the same size as a crystal chest. But for this purpose, this demonstration, I've done crystal chest to show the coal dust inside. So as you will notice here now, I'm using Buildcraft because Funamic pipes in this current patch, I don't know the exact patch at the moment, sorry, they don't work very well with crafting benches. So they go in, as you can see here, and they'll go and it makes one of these. So this coal dust is going in and creating raw carbon fibre. So what you will need to do is you will need, this is an automatic crafting table, so you will need wooden pipe. A wooden pipe extracts something from a chest as long as it has an engine on it. It's redstone, nothing else, because redstone does not overheat and blow up. So it's drawing out there. I'm using stone pipes here. You can use cobblestone. It's totally fine which one you use, and it's being brought into here. Now you have to make the pattern inside this. You have to make it first of all. So that's how it works. Then over here, it's exactly the same thing over here, but it's pulling out the raw carbon fibre into an overflow chest, which never really gets filled very often. So this overflow chest now is getting filled up with this raw carbon fibre. Then again, another extractor here, which is pulling the raw carbon fibre out and creating raw carbon mesh, which requires only 2. But if you notice, 2 of them requires 4 of them. So it does add up. So now I have raw carbon raw carbon mesh coming through, and it goes into my other overflow chest, which I don't really need, but is there. It's linked up to another filter pulsating, which, just as you just saw, shot it through here. My singularity compressor, which is an advanced version of a compressor, which is much faster than the normal compressor, I've linked up to a lever again to keep that pressure very high, so it instantly does it. So then we make a, what's it called again? You make a carbon plate, which is going in there, and is getting released by the filter, by the pulse there. So now we have a chest full of carbon plates. It's not actually full at the moment, because they're getting pulled out so quickly, but they're in there, then they get pulled out. Okay, so that is to the carbon plate. This I will leave until I say about these. So there's quite a lot of overflow here. To stop overflow, I do recommend just taking off some of these. So maybe if you wanted to go quite a lot slower, say if I grab this and then only place 3 around, it will probably go quite a lot slower. As you can see now, it's going quite a lot slower. So this is a condenser again, and these are Mark III collectors. These collectors are duplicating diamonds. All you need is one to put it in the top left, and it just creates them. So now I'm extracting it with a wooden pipe and an engine again, which is being brought out with the stone tube. The stone tube is quite slow at the moment. So if need be, I recommend using gold pipes so that it should cross faster. But again, if you want to stop overflow, leave it with the slowest ones. So in here, I'm making an energy crystal, which requires 1 diamond and a square around it for redstone. Over here, I'm doing exactly the same thing as over there, but creating tons and tons of redstone. This redstone's getting pumped out, extracted again, all the way into my automatic crafting bench, which again, in turn, is creating energy crystals. These energy crystals are then pumped out by this engine and brought into my chest over here filled with energy crystals. Now these have to be charged by an MFSU. I will demonstrate now over here. Here we go. So I'm going to place, I didn't grab one, that wasn't very clever of me. If I actually grab one, that would be very handy. So I'll go grab one now, and I've retrieved one, as you can see, and I placed it in there, and it takes a lot of power. I'm not sure how much, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think we're looking at, I don't know, I think I'm going to call it, I'm going to say 50,000? No, it can't be 50,000. Okay, so that is now full. It is nice and full. Okay, so what happens now is these are in this chest. Now, I would like to make this fully automatic, but it is impossible to make it fully automatic. I will demonstrate now, as I will show and explain why it's not fully automatic. So the carbon plate comes through here now, and it goes into all of these crafting benches, nice and snug, where nano suits are being made, you know, nice and ready for it. But if you've noticed, Pt1 crystals and energy crystals do not stack, so that is a bit of a pain. So as these are going in and the recipes are okay, just show over here that there's glass being made as there's a lot of overflow here. You could, again, I'm using the lowest one here. You could maybe switch the engine off every so often with a pulse or something and get it slowly going to there, as you need glass for Nano helmet. So I'll now demonstrate what I mean is that you can't stack them. So I didn't grab one of these, which I was going to do. You can't stack these, impossible, and you can't get them to go in with that thing because they just don't stack. So what I recommend doing is every so often coming down here, picking up a couple of these, if this is downstairs in your basement, creating the Nano chest plate, putting it there, and putting back one in there. Now you have your Nano chest plate, and you may place it in your chest. That is it. There's the Nano chest plate. There is the Nano leggings. There's the Nano boots, and the Nano helmet. Now, all of these are great tools by themselves. The Nano armor. The Nano armor is lovely. It's generally pretty great. The Nano armor is pretty strong, but I know that you want Quantum. That is what you're here for. But you could also be here for the Nano armor. It's totally up to you. So from here, this is part 1 of the video. This is how to make the Nano armor. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to make a quantum farm, where I'll be using recyclers and mass fabricators to create UU matter, which I will go on in the next. I will explain in the next video, and they will create iridium plates eventually. Then you must create this first. You have to do this before moving on to the second video. So what happens then is your parts from here will be extracted out by an engine and everything there, and they'll be extracted out into some other places where the iridium will go around these to create the iridium body armor. But you need the Nano body armor to make the iridium body armor, and so on and so forth with the rest of the armor parts. It is a must that you do this factory first before you start thinking about quantum. This is an overscaled model. You could compact this much more by moving everything up a little bit and putting things on top of each other, and it would generally make quite a lot more space. It is too much space being used here. It is mainly for demonstration purposes, and just to show you generally that's how big it would be even if you went over the top. But it was just showing you guys like how easy it is to make these things. All you have to do is just think, how do I make it? So to make nano, you need carbon, you need dust, you need this, and then you go through all the steps and you just add engines and crafting benches. And it is, when you think about a farm, it sounds so complicated, but when you do it, it just thinks, well, you just think yourself, that's really easy. That's so easy to understand. So guys, if you need help again over this video, just replay and stop at parts and go through separately and just create it. Hope you have fun on Tekkit creating these. Hope you don't get too overpowered making lots of nano armor and selling it, which I do. But I'm hopefully gonna start making videos again, guys. I'm gonna create I promise you I will make a second part of how to make quantum armor. This is just part 1, which is the nano armor part. If you like this video, give it a like so other people can see it, and other people can learn how to make these. Give it a comment if you feel that it needs a comment about something I've done wrong, something I've done right, or just anything you want to say. And subscribe if you like more content. If you like my content and think, well, if you want to support me, then subscribe. That'd be great, thanks. And if you want to know exactly when the second video of how to make quantum armor comes out, if you are subscribed, it will come up on your box, and instantly you'll be able to click on it, and you'll be able to make quantum armor in no time. So thank you guys. This has been Deadbeatsgaming, aka Deadbeatsgaming. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자, 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자, 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자, 그런 반전 있는 여자. 너는 선호해, 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해, 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해, 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해, 그런 선호해. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너, 그래 바로 너. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너, 그래 바로 너. Gangnam Style.